The next thing we're going to cover here is the geodetic and the magnetic frames that can be added. In order to add one of those, you would select the add frame, and you have a frame there, and then you would come down to the frame selector and look for the geomagnetics or the geodetics. There's also another thing we can add, which is the north arrow. So there's three things that are associated with our datums that we can illustrate, and I'm going to first choose this. And you can see in this case I have a very large box which has been created here, and it's oversized, so I need to adjust that, and I'll make it 3 inches high, so I brought it down there, and it has a 3-inch width on it, and that's okay. I can change the background color of this box by just selecting the background color and do that. I can change the font color by selecting this, and it will change the font color for me. And I can change the frame color that goes around the frame to a different color if I want, and I can just turn on or off the frame as I see fit. Again, I have the positioning things around here that I can use for positioning where I want, and then I have the this inner scale which does nothing, but I do have a font that does allow me to change my font to something else, so I can change this to say there and make it a little bit bigger and go OK. And you can see now the font's been oversized, but the box wasn't automatically sized with it, so I would need to increase the height of my box, and I can play around with exactly what I need. I can type in, say, 3.8 if I want, and it's there. Now if I wanted to add another frame of information here, let's say that the geodetics, I could come and go from here, add, instead of coming up here and selecting, and it creates another frame for me, a control panel. And the other frame I had up there is now called geomagnetics. So I'm going to come and add yet another one that's going to call geodetics, and it brings the geodetics box in over here in the lower right hand corner, and I can position that where I want it. Maybe I want to position it over here, below here, so it automatically gets put under there. And again, I can change the colors, I can change everything that in the same way by using these controls right here. Now I may also decide that I want to have a north arrow in my plot, so I come down and I select the north arrow. I add a new north arrow, and it brings this north arrow in here, and I can adjust the size of that. It's set to 1 inch right now. It's a little small, so I'll set it up to 3 inches, and then I'll anchor it over here. And I won't worry about the size right now. Remember a few minutes ago I had something in here that allowed us to move things around with Inkscape, and I can show you how we can size that down later on, but I can also size it down here if I want to. And so I've got it anchored there. So that's how you add those three elements of frames, and then positioning them roughly where you want them, and then later on through Inkscape you can get much finer resolution on where you want to have them.